Today we're going to talk about 5 things you should be doing now to keep you feeling great into your 80s. So the first one is one of the most important ones. What we see all the time in our office is glute strengthening. So many people, I would say like 90% of the people that come through our office, their glutes are weak. And these are people that run. These are people that do triathlons. These are people that are just everyday people wanting to travel. But their glutes are weak. And when that happens, you will compensate. And there's 2 patterns that you compensate with. The first one is because the glutes are weak, you'll shift your body weight forward to use your quad. And when this quad gets overused, it attaches into the knee and it will compress that knee and it will not feel good at all. And so when you have glute strengthening, your glutes actually will help us push off. It distributes the weight within our joint in a very good way versus shifting it more forward using other muscles. You're going to be a little bit more balanced. So it's not only going to help with the knee, but it's also going to help with the hip. And so if you have a lot of weakness in through there, again, the knee joint and the hip joint are connected. So if we have our leg bone like this, our kneecap over here, our muscles in the hip attached into that leg bone, it controls the rotation. The hip muscles do. And if you can't control the rotation because there's weakness up through here, it will actually affect the knee, giving you a lot of inner knee pain. You get a lot of knee pain from either quad dominant, using your quads a lot, being more dominant, or having more inner knee pain. You're not going to be able to walk very far. You're not going to be able to feel very good. And you're going to feel like, oh gosh, I'm going to have a surgery. When in reality, we just need to get you stronger in your glutes. Another pattern that you'll see is you'll shift your weight to the side because you can't actually get the glutes to fire. So you'll shift your weight, stacking on that leg to come forward. That makes you use the outside of the muscles through here, your IT band, and that's why you'll get some pain in the outer knee. So those are common compensation patterns that we see in our office all the time, and it's due to weakness in the glutes. You continue to strengthen your glutes now, whether you're 40, 50, 60, 70, or even 80, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel so much better. So what are the next things? Lifting weights. Lifting weights is so important, especially as a female, but definitely males too. They tend to be in the gym a lot more often than the females, but lifting weights is key because not only is this going to help with your bone health, with like whenever you pull on the bone because you're using those muscles in a weighted way, you're going to get better bone growth, better bone density. But it's also going to help you have more energy. It's also going to help you feel stronger to be able to do activities, to be able to walk longer, all those things. Now, we had a story of a client recently that came in here and she was told she was bone on bone knee arthritis. In her 50s, kind of devastated, doctor said, just don't work out, don't do anything. She didn't listen to the doctor, luckily, thankfully, and she said when she came in, she goes, but when I actually lift weights and I work out, my knee feels better. And I'm like, yes, very, very common. And so she didn't stop working out, which is what maintained her until she came in, where we were able to actually address what her problem was, got her back to feeling great, and she's off and rocking and rolling now. But she felt better lifting weights, even with knee pain. She just did it in a way that didn't make it hurt. And it is so key to do this. It's going to really help your future self. So if you think of it like, we always will save for retirement so that we can plan ahead and have a great retirement. But are you saving your health for retirement? Are you doing things now that's going to make you, the more you do now and stick with it and stay active in a very healthy, safe way, the better you're going to be feeling later on down the road. So the key with strength training is doing it safely, because if you're not safe with this activity, then it will hurt. You can do some damage. So making sure you get with someone that understands how to help you understand how you can lift your weights. One key that we typically let people know about is if you're new to this, start out with a lower weight and do higher reps. It's much safer for your body. So what you can do is then, as you're getting used to doing 20, 30 reps of something that's lighter to fatigue that muscle, you can start adding weights and then lowering the reps, and then add weight and then lower the reps. It's a very safe way to slowly increase the weight, reducing the reps as you do that, so that you can start feeling better and stronger. That's a great tip that we always share with our clients. Okay, what is number 3? Number 3 is cardio. Now, you don't have to go out and be a marathon runner or a huge cyclist, but just get out and walk. Even if you're walking a little bit and it's slow, it's still better. Cardio is so good, not only for our heart, but also for our joints. The repetitive use of walking and cycling, it actually helps. That repetitive motion helps give us nutrition to our joints, making our joints feel better. Now, if you hurt, then we've got to adjust what that looks like, and we've got to get back to figuring out why are you hurting. But if you can do things where you're not hurting, even if it's just a little bit, and then building upon it, it really helps with joint health as well, because that repetition is like motion is lotion. It's very similar. It's giving us the lotion in our joints by doing those repetitive motions. It will make your joints feel better. You just need to do it in a safe way, in a way that's not hurting you, and that is the key. And it's possible. Even when people are hurting, we're able to get them back. And even when they've been told they need a total knee replacement or total hip replacement, we've been able to help them get back. Now, there's some we're like, yep, you need to go. That's great. We work on some strengthening before they go and have those surgeries, and they rock and roll after the surgery. But a lot of times we're able to help people avoid that altogether. Okay, what is number 4? Man, a key one, balance/foot intrinsics. They kind of go hand in hand. What is that? Those are the muscles on the bottom of the foot that help stabilize the foot. And a lot of times they get weak because what do? We're in our shoes all day long, and we're not really challenging that part of our body. And so I would recommend you taking your shoes off in the house and really walking around barefoot. You can do exercises where you're putting your toes, you're pushing your toes down into the ground to work on those muscles on the bottom of the foot. You can even do that in a balanced way where you're pushing your toes down and balancing, or putting the back toe down and putting weight through one leg while you're pushing those toes down to really get those muscles to fire. You should be able to do this without your foot cramping. If it's cramping, you have weakness, that's a problem. We need to work on that, because this is how falls will happen. This is a part of like us understanding where our body is. And if your foot is weak, you're not going to be able to adjust to any kind of motion. So your foot intrinsics are huge. You can also take a band and push your toes into the band to start working on getting those a little bit stronger. And to get working on balance does the exact same thing. Just taking your foot and just balancing on one leg with your toe and just kind of hang out there. Your foot has to work hard, but it is key for as we get older. These are things that we need to be doing now and continuing on for life. Okay, what is the 5th tip? 5th tip is get to see a specialist, because they're going to really be able to help you understand your body. We do programs for people to get them ready to go and travel because they're afraid that they're not going to be able to, keep up with their grandkids or even their kids because they hurt so much, or they're just not in shape to be able to do some of those things. And we're able to help them get back to those activities, just like getting back to just being active and again, wanting to play a little bit of sports with your kids, or playing with your grandkids, or being able to walk to go and travel. These are all really important things, especially as we get older. We spend all of our time, planning for retirement. When we retire, if our body can't do it, then you can't travel and you can't have some of the fun. Everything that we do, we have to use our legs. We don't want to be taken, through a wheelchair through the airport in your 60s because you can't walk. We've got to stop it. You can stop it. There's so many things that you can do. So get to a specialist. When you can see a specialist, they're really going to be able to do targeted things specific to you. It's going to help you progress much faster, and you'll be feeling much better quicker with confidence of knowing, okay, this is what I need to do to get back to all my activities. So those are the 5 things. There are 5 great things. You should be doing them right now to really help you now, but as well as moving into as we age and wanting to stay active as we age. So again, if you like what we're talking about, share this with someone that needs to hear this message. Subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions or comments, go into the comment section and we'll be there to help answer anything. I have a book that's out as well, so if you're interested in learning more, we talk about the whole entire body and how we feel pain and all the different categories. And if you miss the wrong category, that's why you're treating a symptom, as well as going through patient stories to understanding the body through their eyes, so that you could be like, oh my gosh, that sounds like me. If you're interested in that as well, go into the description. We have other resources there, as well as a link there to order my book. And we'll see you next time.